What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Kakis, and today, weekly reset January 3rd, we have the launch of the first Iron Banner of Season of the Seraph. But guys, this isn't your usual Iron Banner, and that's because it is the first time ever we are seeing the brand new Iron Banner game mode, Fortress. Bungie was crazy secretive about this game mode. We only had one screenshot to go off of. Heck, they were more secretive of the new Iron Banner game mode than they were for the Spire of the Watcher dungeon, for goodness sake. So, in this video, we're going to be showcasing what the heck this Fortress game mode is and everything else you need to know about Iron Banner. And first things first, let's take a trip to Lord Saladin and see about the new loot we're actually fighting for. Now, funny enough, Eva Levante was still there in my tower instance, so when I interacted with Saladin, all I saw was this blue tarp of the back of Eva's thing, but that's now gone. Guys, there are two Iron Banner weapons that you are going for that weren't there before. The first one is the Dark Decider auto rifle. This is an ARC rapid fire frame 720 rounds per minute auto rifle. Remember, these are going to be spawning with the Sulking Wolf Iron Banner origin trait, but also they're going to have their Foundry origin trait. So with the Dark Decider, it's going to have Vice Stinger, which is very, very good and definitely notable. Now, the other kind of new Iron Banner, I say kind of new because this is the second time it's been reprised, weapon is the Ganora's Axe shotgun and ARC pinpoint slug frame shotgun. This has outrageously good stats, but again, having Suros synergy, reducing the flinch for a slug shotgun could actually matter. And I might do a video either later today or tomorrow about the god rolls for these two weapons. But that's what you're fighting for. Now, as you load in to this new game mode, you can see in the tooltip, there is a quick description of what's going on here, but I'm going to show you in-game. So what's going to happen is that it starts out completely like normal control. You're going to have 3 objectives you need to capture, but something that I think is new, I asked other people I was playing with about this and they also think it's new, is that you are actually going to have the gray timer around these objectives count down. Now, if you've captured an objective and you see that gray timer get to 0, nothing's going to happen. It's just going to continue counting down. These are just the timing intervals of the points. So every time that timer gets to 0, you're going to get points depending on how many zones you've captured. So it's just a better indication of how often you're getting these capture points. So you're going to play a normal game of Control until a team starts to near 40 points. As you can see in the top left corner of your screen, you will see the points until zones disappear indication, and it says a certain amount out of 40. So as soon as a team actually gets to exactly 40 points, the capture zones will quite literally just disappear off your screen. They're not going to matter anymore, and a new singular objective will appear in the middle of the map or somewhere near the center of the map. Now, this, as you can see, is actually going to drop a Cabal drop pod from the sky. First of all, it's a normal Cabal drop pod in the sense of it can kill you if you're standing under here. I had a teammate who was like, oh, I'll pop my well on this zone that's coming up and got absolutely squished. So definitely don't do that. Additionally, it's going to drop 3 yellow bar Cabal turrets, as you can see. Now, you can primary them down, but it may take a couple of magazines, and you definitely don't want to be standing there shooting this Cabal turret mag after mag while the enemy team is still very much trying to kill you. Now, once you deal with these Cabal turrets, you can start to capture the zone. And this singular zone is going to add a huge amount of points to your team. As you can see right here, like we have it captured, and then you can again see that gray like timer around the blue indicator showing that it's our flag. And as soon as that timer reaches 0, a ton of points pop up on my screen, and every time that timer reaches 0, again, you get a huge chunk of points. So being able to capture and control this singular zone could completely sway the game in your team's favor. And this is actually going to happen twice in a single game. So the first time you capture this zone, it is going to have an overall timer. You will see in the top left corner of your screen, high value zone will disappear in, and then it will give you a timer. Once that reaches 0, it goes back to a completely normal control game. Now, when it does revert to this, all of the zones are back to neutral. So you kind of have like the beginning of the game again where you have to capture them for the first time, but then you're going to play a normal control game until later in the game you're going to get another indication on the corner of your screen once you're getting near to 80 points. So 40 and 80 points are when this happens, and then you have that central zone again. So Cabal Drop Pod drops in. It's going to be in the same exact location as it was in the first instance, and the same thing is going to happen. You're going to kill the Cabal turrets. By the way, I did use my super against them and I spawned 4 orbs, so it could be a cheeky way to generate orbs for your team, is using a super to kill these PvE enemies as you would in normal PvE, which is kind of funny. Anyways, again, you vie for this for a second time, and then the game ends when you get to 125 total points. So that's pretty much it, right? So it's now going to be all about capturing this central zone to get a ton of points rather than triggering the hunt when you triple capped. By the way, guys, triple capping now, I mean, it does literally nothing. Aside from just get you more points for obviously having 3 flags, it doesn't trigger anything or trigger this central thing to spawn. It does nothing. So definitely it's just all about controlling the most zones and then capturing this single point when it is available. So that is it for what Fortress is as a game mode. Did I enjoy it? Well, overall, I had fun, definitely. I can see this being frustrating because you can be winning the entire game, but if the enemy team like saves their supers just for this middle zone, they still may be able to steal the game. So it's like you were in control for 80% of the match, but just because you lost out on these middle zones, you could be screwed. But at the same time, that can make it pretty fun. Like having both teams all converging on a single point, very chaotic, can be very fun. You can get some sick plays, right? And that is definitely an attractive feature of this game mode. Like overall, in the games I played, I definitely had fun. I think it's kind of cool. It's a little bit less steamrolly than the original Iron Banner game mode, where triple capping would be where you got the majority of your points, because obviously the better team would triple cap more often, right? But here you have the team that maybe isn't the best team. If they intelligently use their supers, they can, you know, again, completely turn the game in their favor, getting this middle zone. So that's an interesting dynamic. So again, overall, I had fun. Something new. The Cabal turrets, I feel like it's so interesting having PvE enemies in here. Is like, what is this, Gambit? So we're gonna have to see how that plays out. Again, you can use them to your advantage if you're generating orbs from them and stuff like that. But guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it informative, and if you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.